Barrichello's fifth, Coulthard is sixth.
Safety car and this crocodile of cars anywhere near why they would leave the red light on. Montoya was penalised last year for that. That's a big accident for Kubica, and a horrible accident going on there. He's moving his hands, and obviously safety car will be out again. But, he must have tangled with somebody in the braking area down there into, I think it's turn 10, into the hairpin. Kubica then, a lot of energy going on in that impact. Horrible accident.
Safety car deployed again, obviously, and you may find a couple of cars coming in. Kovalainen and Coulthard. Let's hope that Robert Kubica is okay. The track marshals are down there. It's on the run down to the hairpin, and he's hit the wall on the right-hand side there, on the run, the braking zone. They brake from 190 miles an hour down to just 40 miles an hour there. So that's the sort of speed that Kubica would have been travelling at when that accident happened. Here's Renault, this is what they're doing here. You have to use both types of tyre during the course of a Grand Prix. I imagine what Renault are doing is just putting some tyres on, doing one lap, so that they can come back in again and go back onto the preferred race tyre. But all our eyes and all our attention are on Robert Kubica at the moment.
I wonder if he connected with that Renault that's in the pit lane. And oh yes, he's had an accident very early on, and that was at maximum velocity. I've never seen a car crash like that in this circuit at that place. And he's certainly moving his hands about at that point. It's the Toyota he connected with. He took off, oh yes, and headfirst into it. So nearly collected the Toro Rosso of Scott Speed that you would have thought in any normal circumstances would have been well out of the action, and that was a huge impact. And both Alonso and Rosberg have been given a 10-second stop-and-go penalty, but the energy that went on there for Kubica was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, so Alonso and Rosberg clearly did have to come in. They would have run out of fuel if they had not made their stops at that point, and they had to just take the pain. Obviously, they will do, but concern here for Robert Kubica. An absolutely enormous accident.
The other problem there is the wall starts coming back towards the racetrack, so it's not that you can just slide along it. It really was very much a head-on impact. And he touched the about 170 miles an hour, going around the outside of the Toyota. It seems as if the Toyota didn't know he was there, and as soon as he hit often you get a little roadway for the emergency services and marshals to use, and it just launched him up into the air.
Michael Schumacher there, who was very involved with the Grand Prix Drivers Association throughout his Formula One career, working very hard for safety in Formula One, in terms of runoff areas, in terms of strengthening the cars, and trying to keep the drivers as safe as possible. It's inherently a dangerous business, this, but certainly Schumacher, along with yourself, Martin, and a number of others, Gerhard Berger, working hard on that side of things. That's the order at the moment then, under the second safety car condition here in Montreal. Hamilton leading Heidfeld, Alonso third, Rosberg fourth, but both of those men will have to serve a 10-second stop-and-go penalty, which will drop them a long way back. Barrichello, Wirtz, Davidson and Ralf Schumacher, the top eight.
Curious situation. It's not the normal safety car at the front of the car. So where the Mercedes entry, we don't know at the moment, but it's lap 29.
Concentrate on your race, mate. Concentrate on your race. Keep the tyre pressures up. Keep tyre pressures up.
Message there for Heikki Kovalainen. Keep the tyre pressures up whilst they're going slowly behind the safety car. Obviously, as things cool down, the temperatures drop. Look at all the debris. That's Kubica's accident, as seen by Tonio Liuzzi. Debris everywhere. Flying wheels. And,
surprise.
That's what happened. Carbon fibre body part getting stuck under the right front wheel of Liuzzi. They have to come in and clear that. Kubica also taking advantage of this situation to put on the least favourable race tyre, which is the super soft, the one with a white stripe on it, and presumably they'll come straight back in again afterwards, so that they will have fulfilled their obligation to use it for at least one lap during the race, but they can then race on the faster tyre for the rest of the race. Lewis Hamilton not doing that, neither's Heidfeld. Alonso and Rosberg will have to serve their stop and go penalty at some point.
Jarno, push now. We will stop you again. Box again. We put you on prime.
That's what I was talking about. They're going to bring him round and put him back onto the favourable race tyre. This is an opportunity for a number of cars and drivers here. The pit lane is open, so those who've gone for the super soft, and it looks like quite a lot of people have, will now come back in again. So the race order will be completely jumbled around for the cars in the midfield that took this gamble. Approaching the halfway stage of the Canadian Grand Prix. Lewis